The events of the past few weeks will likely shape a new generation of security preparedness policies for years into the future. And because you are in the private security industry at this unique point in time, no matter what post you are working, because you are on the ground and observing the unique impact on the ground in real time, you have an important role to play in the future. Here's how you play that role. First, immediately record your observations. Was your site prepared? Was there a plan in place? Here's an example. Did your site's management have a plan to minimize human contact points such as door handles? Once implemented, what were the security risks associated with that contact point reduction program? For example, when propping interior doors open in order to minimize contact with door handles, did the site increase security patrols and camera monitoring to ensure that security wasn't compromised? As you can see, there's much to consider, and many organizations weren't likely prepared. Your employer probably didn't have a contact point minimization plan at all. This lack of preparedness might be understandable this time, but many employers will want to apply the lessons learned into a plan for the next time. Show initiative. Review the various government suggestions for your type of site. Notice deficiencies? Don't hesitate to run them up the chain of command. Then, make notes. Use your phone's note-taking app, and if possible, record your observations in real time as you see them. Then, after some thought, review and organize your notes into an observation recommendation narrative. Check out this example. Observation. Site management attempted to reduce communal access to metal and plastic surfaces. They closed shared break rooms and required most employees to use scanning apps on their personal phones instead of making copiers at that shared copier. Only one person per shift was allowed to use the copier, and they had to clean it up at the end of the shift. Management asked those of us in security to prop open many of the office interior doors at the start of each day. They wanted to prevent employees from touching the metal door handles. At first, this triggered the door access control alarm system. The door open alarm was triggered every 10 minutes, and we had to override the entire alarm system to silence the alarms. This created another problem, because the override also turned off the access control alarms on the exterior doors. Without the alarm, the exterior doors could be propped open, and we wouldn't know about it until we caught it on a foot patrol. Recommendation. The access system needs an update to allow us to turn off the alarms for the interior doors while keeping the alarms active on exterior doors. Better still, if possible, the site would benefit from a system that keeps the alarm active for some of the sensitive area interior doors, while allowing us to disable it for the remainder of the other interior doors. In this example, the officer has successfully memorialized the actions of the employer. Before this incident, they would have never thought to prop open interior doors. Now, this action will form the basis for a future response plan. Only better, the new plan will also account for the lessons learned from the disabling of the alarm system. These observations and recommendations can easily form the basis for a white paper. The white paper can be used to create a preparedness plan for the next time this happens. Write your observations down now. With the fast-moving, real-time news cycle, social media, etc., it's going to be easy to forget the lessons learned. And in just a few months, the events of the past few days may be a distant memory. After the incident is over, structure your observation recommendation document into a white paper. There's a link to an example of a security officer's personal white paper in the description below this video. Then, write out a plan for the next time this type of event occurs. Submit your plan to your employer, and if allowed by your site's policy, do keep it as your own intellectual property product. This plan demonstrates your prowess for private security consultancy, a key part of any future security professional's arsenal of talents. It really rather seems as if recent events have provided American businesses with a dry run at the apocalypse. When all of this subsides, there will be a tremendous emphasis placed on the thoughtful preparation for future and even more serious events than this one. The fact that you are working in the security industry during this historic time and your diligence in recording your observations and coming up with recommendations demonstrates your professionalism, and it could play a key role in leveraging your future career in security consultancy or some other form of private security entrepreneurship.